You hit play again. Not because you forgot how it ends, because you need to feel it one more time. The same 4 minutes. The same exact moment where the melody breaks open. You are sitting alone, headphones in, world out, and something in your chest is doing that thing again. That tight, aching, impossible to explain thing. And you let it. People who love you think you are stuck. That is what nobody says to your face, but you can feel it in the way they ask, "Are you okay?" when they see you on your third hour of the same song. Society calls it obsessive, a loop, a malfunction. But what if the song you keep replaying is not a symptom of being broken? What if it is the most intelligent thing your nervous system knows how to do? If you have ever replayed one song so many times the streaming app asked if you were still listening, this video was made for you. By the end, you will understand exactly why your mind does this, what it is actually trying to protect, and why it is one of the quietest forms of emotional intelligence that exists. This is for the introspective ones, the ones who feel in layers. Let me paint a picture. You are maybe 10 years old. Something happened that day. A fight at home, a moment at school where you felt invisible, a loss you did not have the words for yet. And somehow you found a song. You did not choose it logically, it chose you. You played it in your room, on a small speaker or through cheap earbuds, and something shifted. The world outside stayed exactly as loud and confusing as it was, but inside the song, there was an order to the feeling, a beginning, a middle, a place where it resolved. You learned something that day, without knowing you learned it. You built the first piece of armor, a blueprint for how to survive your own emotions. The song became the container when everything else was overflowing. Here is what nobody talks about. That same mechanism you built at 10 is still running inside you now. Here is the science, and it is fascinating. Researchers have a name for what happens neurologically when you replay a song on a loop. It's called music-induced autobiographical recall. In plain words, the brain uses familiar music as a key to unlock stored emotional memories that have never been fully processed. Dr. Peter Yanada at the University of California, Davis, found that music activates the medial prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that sits at the exact intersection of memory and emotion. In plain words, that region is where your past feelings and your present self shake hands. When you replay that song, you're not escaping your feelings, you're walking directly toward them through the only door your nervous system trusts. There's more. Psychologist Dr. Jana Voskiski at the University of Oxford studied why people seek out emotionally intense music, especially during difficult periods. What she found challenges everything we assume about this behavior. People do not replay sad or heavy songs because they want to feel worse. They do it because the music creates something called safe emotional activation. In plain words, a contained space where the feeling can exist without destroying you. The song becomes the eroded banks of a river. It holds the water without letting it flood. Every replay is your nervous system crossing a threshold, processing one more layer of something it was not ready to face alone. Return to that moment. Headphones in, same 4 minutes. Now you understand what is actually happening inside you. Not a loop, a conversation. Picture this. It's 2 a.m. You've listened to this song 11 times. Your phone screen is the only light in the room. Everyone else in your life is asleep or busy or simply somewhere else. The feeling you've been carrying all week, the one you cannot explain to anyone because you don't have the right words yet, is sitting in your chest like a stone. And the song plays again. And for exactly 4 minutes, the stone does not feel heavier. It feels held, not fixed, held. You are not asking the song to solve it. You're asking it to witness it. Because somewhere inside you, you know that being witnessed, even by a melody, is better than being hollow. You are exhausted, not from the song, from carrying the weight of a feeling nobody else can see, the grief of being misunderstood in the most ordinary moments of your life. Stay with me, because this is where it changes. But not everyone who replays the same song is processing grief. Some people do it from joy, a moment so perfect they cannot let it end. Some do it from nostalgia. The song belongs to a version of themselves they are not ready to release. Some do it to rehearse a feeling before a hard conversation, borrowing the emotion the song holds until they can hold it themselves. Same behavior, different reasons, all of them valid, all of them intelligent. Ask yourself honestly, when you replay your song, what is it you are not ready to let go of yet? Don't answer that out loud. Let it sit. The answer will find you when you are ready. Nothing is wrong with you. Read that again, slowly. The replaying is not a flaw in your emotional system. It's the system working exactly as it should. What others call a loop, you call returning. Returning to the only place that does not require you to explain yourself. Not broken, becoming. Not stuck, integrating. Not lonely, selective about where you let yourself feel. The ability to sit with one feeling, to return to it, to stay inside it until you understand it, that is not weakness. That is emotional endurance most people will never develop. You deserve to know that. You have always been enough, complicated feelings and all. You are allowed to need the song. You are allowed to stay inside it as long as you need. That is not self-indulgence. That is one of the quietly fiercest things a person can do. You belong here, in this quiet, in this space, with people who understand that a song can hold what words cannot. Drop one word in the comments that describes how you felt watching this. Just one word, because this community gets it in a way that is hard to explain to anyone else. And if you want to understand why you feel things so deeply, that video is already waiting for you, because the way you experience music is just one part of something much larger inside you, and you are only beginning.